All right, guys, so in this video, I'm going to talk about why people are absolutely crushing it online when you see personal trainers in person absolutely struggling. Why is it that you go into the gym and you see these personal trainers that absolutely have the life sucked out of them? They're on their phones. They're not paying attention to their clients. You could tell that they're not passionate about what they're doing. How do they end up in that situation, right? You have to actively choose to be, like, you don't just end up a personal trainer. You have to actively choose to be a personal trainer out of your passion, but then you end up in a situation that sucks the life out of it. And you can see this for yourself. Go into any gym, look at any personal trainer, and look at their face. They're absolutely hating what they're doing. But then how is it that people who have the same skill set, same passion, go online and absolutely crush it? These people online are making tons and tons of money, and they're living passionately. They love what they do. Their clients are awesome. It's almost like they know something that you don't know, when in reality, these people didn't stumble across a secret. These people weren't handed some mystical information after hundreds of hours of meditation. They just did something that you're not willing to do yet, right? And I'm going to talk about what that thing is so that you can go ahead and get started, change your life, and see the similar results for yourself, for your business. Now, first, let's talk about what online coaching even is. A lot of people have questions like, what is online coaching? My clients aren't going to want to be coached online. My clients need to be, in person. The reality is the clients that you're coaching in person are not the same clients that you're going to coach online. The clients that you're going to coach in person are people that need to be held accountable to show up. Otherwise, they're going to fuck off, eat a bag of chips, and not go to the gym, right? Those aren't clients that you want to work with anyway. You want to work with clients that are motivated to show up to the gym and put in the work to lose results, to change your life. Right? Those are the people that are going to get you excited to work with, because they're going to be the ones that care about what you're listening to and actually implement the information that you're giving them. And you are going to get an ego stroke because you are going to be valuable to that person. So understand that the types of clients that work with trainers in person are not the same types of clients that trainers work with trainers online. The types of clients that trainers work with online are clients that are motivated to show up. They know how to train. They've been trying to see results for years. The motivation isn't the problem. The discipline isn't the problem. It's lack of information for them. They need to know what to do. They need to be told what to do, when to do it, right? And so the types of clients that you're going to get online are people who are genuinely motivated to see results, people who would genuinely, appreciate the value that you're providing for them because you are giving them the roadmap. You see, an in-person trainer is training someone, teaching them form, right? But after a month, they know good form. And then after that, they're just counting their reps. They're building out a workout plan 30 minutes before the workout. And they say, this is what we're going to do. Let me count your reps. When you know you don't need to be there for that full session, right? Half that time is wasted talking about stuff that, doesn't even matter. Whereas an online coach is having one call with the clients, asking them questions about their goals, their past history, etc. They're building them a workout plan. They're sending that workout plan, and then they're checking in once a week. How did it go this week? What were your results like? Do you have any questions, right? And so rather than training someone for 3 hours a week and not seeing any results and wasting a ton of time, you're only meeting with someone 15 minutes a week, total an hour a month to build out their plan, to get them results. And guess what? It actually works. So that's the difference between online coaching and in-person coaching. Another big difference is that it is beneficial for the client, right? It is cheaper for the client to hire an online coach than it is an in-person trainer. An in-person trainer might be $100 a session, right? A good in-person trainer might be $100 a session. So that means that 3 hours a week, right? Maybe even 5 hours a week. That's $300 to $500 a week for 3 workouts or 5 workouts, right? Multiply that by a month. That is $1,200 to $2,000 a month for in-person training. Whereas an online coach can charge as little as $300 a month. It is a fraction of the price for the client, but they're getting a ton more value. And it's a fraction of the time for the coach, so they could work with more clients. Also, too, the coach gets to keep 100% of that money because there's no overhead. You don't have to pay rent for gym space. You're not giving commissions to the gyms. You don't have any equipment. All you need is your laptop and a Wi-Fi. I was making 10 grand a month at 22 years old in Sydney, Australia. I'd wake up at 11 a.m. and I'd take a sales call with someone who it was evening time. They were getting off work. I remember this. I remember waking up after a night of partying with a bunch of Australians, probably one of the best nights of my life. We stayed up all night. I woke up in a hostel. I was groggy. I went upstairs, and there was a rooftop that looked over Bondi Beach, and I had a sales call. I took the sales call, some dude in America. The dude signed up, give me $900. $900! And I sent them off the meal plan, sent them off the workout plan, got them set up into my system. Someone came up to me and said, hey, are you an online coach? I've seen people have been doing that. Like, that's crazy. I listened to that call. I remember this. This actually happened. The guy came up to me and said, dude, I listened to that call. I heard you close that guy. Are you an online coach? Can you teach me how to do that? And that was when I realized that I needed to teach people how to do this, because it was amazing. It was great. So that's the pros and cons of online coaching. Now, if you want to get started in the online coaching space, where do you learn this stuff? I'm going to tell you right now, the certifications are not where you start. The certifications are only going to give you the information that you need to pass a test that will allow you to get a job at a gym, but it is not going to teach you how to become an online coach. I know this because the certifications failed me as well. I thought that if I could take more and more certifications, then I can be more and more qualified, but the information wasn't applicable to any sort of actual client that I'd work with, and it didn't teach me how to build a business. Right? Posting my certification online, no one gave a shit. I have a photo. I'll make sure that it's posted right here of me getting my certification, saying that I'm taking on online clients, and guess what? No one cared. No one cared. And I still had no idea how to get clients, had no idea how to do anything. Where I learned this information is through videos like this. I had mentors. I listened to podcasts. I watched YouTube videos. I asked other coaches questions. If there was an online coach that had a business, I would ask them questions. I would relentlessly blow them up in the DMs with questions because I did not care how I was perceived. I wanted information and I wanted to apply it. And guess what? Most people, 99% of people, were so willing to help. They were so generous with their time, with their knowledge, and I'm very, very appreciative of them. But that's how you do it. And then you can also pay for information as well. We have a program called PTBI where we work with students one-on-one to help them start the business. You should think about joining, because that is exactly how you're going to get the 10K a month as fast as possible. But this is where you learn the information. It's called YouTube University. It's called Podcast University. It's called book. Actually, I don't even recommend books. The reason why I don't recommend books is because books are generalized. I recommend reading books for history. I recommend reading books for life information. But when it comes to building an actual business, you need someone that's going to teach you how to actually do it in real life. Now, what are your first steps? Now, I'm going to assume that you don't want to join my program and that you don't want to be coached by me. That's okay. What can you do to get started? Well, what I would do is I would learn how to sell. That is the first thing. Learn how to sell. Well, actually, let me break it back. You got to learn how to coach. Right? So learn about macros, learn about meal plans, learn about workout plans. A really great book that I recommend is called Bigger, Leaner, Stronger by Mike Matthews. Probably one of the best books I've ever read that just simplifies the fitness equation into do this, do that, build muscle, lose weight. That's it. Another really great book is called Fat Loss Forever by Layne Norton. I learned more through Layne Norton and Mike Matthews in those two books than I did through any certification that I took. And that is a promise, guarantee. You can learn more by spending $100 on those two books and know more and be more qualified than any in-person trainer. So learn how to coach. That's the first thing. The second thing is start building your social media platform. Before, the reason why I was able to get clients when I first launched my business is because I spent 3 to 4 years before that posting fitness content, talking about my journey. I knew that I wanted to be an online coach. I knew that I wanted to start a business, but I knew that I had a physique of a fucking 12-year-old boy. I did not look the part. And so I realized that I was going to build my following as I built my body and inspire people to follow this journey. While I worked on myself, I shared and documented my journey. And when I was ready to take on clients, I had people that were willing to work with me. So get online, start making YouTube content, start making Instagram content, just start posting, right? And then start talking to people. Actually learn how to speak to people, learn how to sell. Read books like The Way of the Wolf by Jordan Belfort, probably one of the best sales books that I've ever read. Read Same-Side Selling, again, a really, really great sales book. Learning how to communicate, read How to Win Friends and Influence People. Those are really fantastic books that will give you the skill sets to sell in a way that's not super pushy, that doesn't make you or the prospect uncomfortable, because a lot of people are scared of rejection, right? And so if you learn how to sell in a way that doesn't, get rejection, then you're going to be able to sell. That's where I would start, right? Those are the foundations. Build your audience, learn how to coach, learn how to sell. If you do those three things, you can honestly probably maybe get like halfway there, but join PTBI after that. We'll get you all the way there. All right, peace.